Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
We should be glad that humans don't exist in the dinosaur era, where most of the biggest, spookiest, and deadliest predators in all of history walked the planet. While many of these huge creatures have gone extinct due to changes in climate and other things, there are other gigantic animals that are roaming this planet in this age. And in today's video, we give you the 10 biggest creatures that were ever captured. Watch out for the biggest champ holding the title at number 1 for countless generations in the animal kingdom. Number 10. The mega fruit bat. Bats are very interesting creatures, mainly because they're the only freely flying mammals. But the most interesting thing about bats is that some bat species are so large that you'd mistake them for flying foxes. This family of large bats, known as Megabats, is also sometimes called flying foxes, just because of their appearance. They have very large eyes, pricked ears, long snouts, and a coat of fur around their eyes. The Megabat family undoubtedly boasts the world's largest bats, with the largest species being the fruit bats. They are said to have likely evolved in Asia approximately 31 million years ago. Some research biologists have been hypothesizing that these bats descended from primates and not from the bat family itself, but many scientists think otherwise. Well, whatever the origin is, these wonder bats are surely a sight to behold. Number 9. Massive Brazilian anaconda. Next time you find a snake crawling peacefully in your garden, not harming anybody, you should be thankful that it isn't this 33-foot-long anaconda from Brazil. A huge dead monster snake, which weighed in at a whopping 400 kilograms, was discovered by the workers after they carried out a controlled explosion in a cave in Brazil. Pictures from this site were released on the internet, and people were completely astonished to see them and questioned if the snake was even real. Unfortunately, it was already dead when construction workers found them. It would start swallowing the workers like in that Anaconda movie if it had been alive, though, so blessing in disguise for the workers. After making the frightening discovery, the workers chained the animal to a crane later and lifted it up. The internet community was completely devastated seeing it in chains and claimed that the builders killed the snake rather than let it live in its natural habitat. But it probably died from falling debris from the explosions the workers were performing at site. One way or another, humans are always the ones destroying nature. Number 8. Lolong. Measuring at 20 feet 3 inches and weighing 2,370 pounds, Lolong stood to be the largest crocodile ever caught and placed in captivity. He was also one of the biggest crocodiles ever measured from snout to tail, and we've talked lots about him and other massive crocodiles in our videos titled The Top 10 Largest Crocodiles in the World. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Lolong was captured alive in Bunawan Township on September 3, 2011, and like all saltwater crocodiles, the search was launched when he was suspected of attacking several people, including a 12-year-old girl whose head was found near the river, and a fisherman reported missing some days before. Even after mapping out Lolong's hideout, he was hunted over 3 weeks, and it took around 100 people to bring him onto land, though he became aggressive at several points of his capture, breaking his restraint ropes for more than twice. Lolong surprisingly became docile after a few months in captivity at a crocodile farm in the Philippines. His excellent tolerance of humans caught many people unaware and led locals to a deeper appreciation for the natural world around them. Number 7. Swordfish. Big game fishing must have been incredible, but also challenging in the 1950s, when anglers were without such luxuries as sonar fish finders, high-tech reels, and GPS guidance systems. It was a different era, to be sure, long before the concept of catch and release, when intrepid anglers braved rough seas in search of adventure and record-setting catches. The most enduring and distinguished record is Lou Morin's historic capture of the all-tackle world record swordfish. On May 7, 1953, Morin landed an incredible 1,182-pound, 536-kilogram broadbill swordfish after a 2-hour battle off the coast of Iquique, Chile. In the decades that followed, despite the advent of technology designed to tilt big game fishing in the favor of anglers, nobody has been able to catch a bigger swordfish. The record swordfish hooked while trolling a live bonito from abroad, the Flying Heart 3, measured 4+ meters, 14 feet, and boasted a girth of 78 inches. This is some record, we have to say. Number 6. The Big Bull. This massive beast holds the title of Britain's biggest bull. The record-breaking bullock is all muscle with minimal fat and doesn't even need any steroid supplements to weigh as much as he does. Nicknamed Field Marshal, this huge bull weighs about 3,600 pounds and stands 6 feet 5 inches and has become more like a tourist attraction because of his fascinating looks and record-setting enormity. His previous 80-year-old owner, Arthur Duckett, in an interview said that he is in very good health and there's no reason why he won't keep on growing. Only 8, and unless something unforeseen happens, he will get bigger and bigger. But this bull is not fat, he is all muscle. Arthur said he just wanted to feed the bull so he could be healthy, and that's exactly how Field Marshal turned out. A healthy bull and an incredible sight for all to see. Number 5. The Japanese spider crab. When we hear about crabs, we usually have those small-sized crustaceans that we love in our seafood diet. But have you ever heard of the giant Japanese spider crab, which has been blowing the minds of many since its discovery? The Japanese spider crab is the largest crab species in the world and inhabits the waters of Japan. This crab has the largest leg span of any known arthropod, reaching about 4 meters long when fully stretched out, and can weigh up to 44 pounds. It lives very deep in waters, and it's very difficult to find one, and you really need to go all out to catch one of these guys. Special equipment is required when fishing for them because of their incredibly strong and sharp claws. However, in contrast to their terrifying appearance, the Japanese spider crab has been said to have a gentle demeanor. So if you would like to have a massive crab included in your next meal, you can consider fishing for a Japanese spider crab. We hope you get a tasty reward for your bravery. Number 4. Giant Gippsland earthworm. Earthworms are generally known to be small and slimy creatures crawling on the sand. Now imagine an extra large size of an earthworm. That is just an incredible dose of gooiness, and that is exactly what the giant Gippsland earthworm is. The giant Gippsland earthworm is one of Australia's 1,000 giant earthworm species, but stands out in being the largest of the large earthworms, being almost 3 times larger than a regular earthworm and reaching an enormous length of 10 feet. They can grow to be up to 3 inches in diameter and weigh up to 20 grams. This huge earthworm can easily be confused for an adult snake. See for yourself how enormously long they are. But you don't need to worry. You are not likely to encounter one of these in your yard, as they are found underground in the streams of Victoria, Australia. Now, that's some relief. Number 3. The African giant snail. Slimy and gooey, snails are basically slugs in a shell. When you hear of snails, we're sure that the image that comes into your mind is less than a few inches long. But the African giant snail that we're here to show you will shake all your thoughts about snails. And no, they haven't been genetically modified in any way or fed any special stuff. They exist in this way naturally. They basically originated in Africa, but now they also exist in China, Venezuela, the Caribbean, India, Brazil, and so on, and they survive in a hot and humid climate. They are the largest land snails that are known to have ever existed, with a size of 8 inches in length and 4 inches in width. They are known to be voracious eaters and can eat anything from living to dead plant matter. They are known to be able to eat over 500 types of plants. They have an incredibly huge capacity of reproduction and can deposit more than 200 eggs after mating, which eventually mature and start munching over food crops and destroying them. So they are not the king of pets you would want in your garden. Number 2. Asian giant salamander. When you debate the size of a salamander with your friends, the highest figure in your list would probably be the description you can fit right in your palm. But we have to impress on you that these slimy creatures that look cute in a a blood-curdling sort of way can grow beyond that. They can extend up to 5 feet and weigh up to 143 pounds, especially if it's an Asian salamander, like this one stranded beside a road close to the Kamo River in Kyoto, Japan. While little information is known about how this giant creature got there in the first place, the animal could have easily measured well over 3 feet, or the size of a big human baby, thereby placing it on the high wanted list of local farmers. But kudos to the local response team who secured a safe passage for the animal back into the river. Though it's unusual to see one wander so far from its comfort zone, Asian giant salamanders are known to be the largest amphibians and one of the world's largest kinds today, with a population that declines every day owing to habitat loss. Number 1. Blue whales. Finally, we have the biggest creatures to ever roam the earth, and most surprisingly of all, they still exist. The blue whale is so huge that even as a baby, it can make a grown man look like a minnow. The largest creature ever to live, the blue whale averages 25 feet or 7.6 meters long at birth and weighs about 3 tons. As an adult, it can easily stretch to the length of a city bus, which is around 100 feet in length and weigh close to 200 tons. Blue whales were abundant in nearly all the oceans on Earth until the end of the 19th century. Sadly, these innocent and amazing creatures were hunted almost to extinction by whaling, with data showing around 350,000 whales hunted from 1868 to 1978. That was when the ban on blue whale hunting was passed. There are around 25,000 blue whales in the world now, and they roam around all the oceans of the world. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to tell us in the comments which one of these on the list mesmerized you the most. We'd love to hear about it. Also, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.